Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In this session I am going to discuss about difference between project IRR and equity IRR, and I will be discussing how to calculate project IRR and equity IRR. So first and foremost, we need to know the difference between the project IRR and equity IRR, how to calculate the project IRR and equity IRR. So when you say project IRR, when you take a project, mainly there are two types of contributors to the project. So mainly there are two types of contributors. Who are they? So first one is the equity contributors and the second one is the debt contributors or the loan contributors. So there are two types of contributors as far as the project IRR is concerned. So when you calculate the project IRR, so you should calculate the expected IRR by the project owners. So project owners means the project contributors. So which is the equity and the debt contributors. Whereas when you calculate the equity IRR, you should calculate the IRR expected by the equity contributors only. So this is the main difference. So project IRR, you need to identify the expected IRR attributable to the project owners, which means the equity and the debt contributors. However, when you calculate the equity IRR, so you need to calculate the equity IRR, expected equity IRR only for the equity contributors. This is the main difference. So calculating the project IRR and equity IRR can be tricky. So I will discuss and I will show you how to calculate the project and equity IRR. So now what you need to do is when you calculate the project cash flows, project IRR, you need to consider only the project cash flows. You need to consider only the project cash flows. So here you have to consider only the project cash flows excluding financing cash flows. Okay, so when you calculate the project IRR, the project cash flows should include all the cash flows, okay, excluding the finance cash flows. So we should not eliminate any financing cash flows. However, when you calculate the equity IRR, it takes into account only the cash flows net of financing. This is the main difference. If the project is fully funded by equity, the project IRR and equity IRR will be the same. Supposing if the project is fully funded by equity, so there is no debt contributors, the project and equity IRR will be the same. If the project is fully funded by the debt, so there is no equity IRR. It does not exist. Okay. So now let's try to calculate project and equity IRR. Now you are given set of information. Okay. Now you are given the construction cost, then the annual rental income on the property will be 11,500. The sale value at the end of the project will be 160,000. Now the equity contribution is 40% and the debt contribution is 60%. The cost of equity will be 13%, cost of debt is 6%, and the weighted average cost of capital by considering the equity and debt will be 8.8. The project period is 10 years. So you need to calculate the project IRR and equity IRR. Now first of all, let's calculate the project IRR. First of all, we'll take the cash outflows, which is the construction cost, which is 100,000. So which will be the cash outflow. Then we'll take the rental income from year 1 onwards, which is 11,500. So throughout the period, so the project will earn 11,500. So I will drag this till year 10. Then the sale value at the end of the project will be how much? 160,000. So this is the sale value. So you can see the total project total cash flows, the year 0 100,000 minus and 11,500 up to year 9, then year 10 it will be 171,500 including sales value. Now as I told you, when you calculate the project IRR, we need to take the income attributable to the project. So excluding the financing cash flows. So we should not include any financing cash flows. So which means the interest and the capital repayment on the loan. So as far as the project is concerned, this full amount, 100,000 is the project cost. This is invested regardless of the equity and the debt contribution. We need to take the project cash outflows since we are going to calculate the project IRR. So when you calculate it, the formula is already there. So you can simply use the IRR formula, which will be how much? 14.5%. So this is how you calculate the project IRR. Now let's move on to calculate the equity IRR. So for which we need to take the financing cash flows. First of all, we'll take the equity contribution. How much is the equity contribution? Out of the total project cost, equity contribution is 40%. Then the loan contribution will be how much? 60%. So we'll take 60% of the 100,000, which will be 60%. Then since we are going to calculate the equity IRR, we need to take only the equity contributors investment, which is 40%. Of 100,000 will be 40,000. Then the rental income, we are going to generate 11,500. The project will earn 11,500 throughout the period. So we need to take till year 10. Then the sale value at the end of the project will be 160,000. Apart from that, what we need to do is we need to incorporate the financing cash flow. Okay, so here what we are going to ascertain or identify is the cash flows attributable to the equity contributors. So when you say equity contributors, we need to remove the interest and the loan repayment to the loan contributors. Okay, so this we can calculate simply by using the PMT formula, Excel formula. So PMT will calculate the equal amount to be repaid over the project period. Okay, so by using PMT function, we can calculate the equal amount of money to be paid over 10 years. So this includes the interest and the principal amounts. And also you can prepare a loan schedule as well. So I will show you the method of calculating that as well. It's a lengthy process, but for this calculation purpose, I will use PMT function. So I will use the PMT function. So the rate of the cost of debt is 6%. Then you need to take the NPER, which is the number of years, which is 10 years. The project period is 10 years. The present value of the loan, which is 60,000. So that will be how much? So in fact you need to take the minus it should be a minus figure because it's a repayment of interest and the principal amount. The same figure you can take over 10 years period. So thereby you can see the total cash flows for the equity contributors. Their investment is 40,000 initial investment, and the cash flows attributable to the equity contributors will be 3,348 over the period of 10 years after eliminating the interest and the principal payment. At the end of year 10, including sales value, it will be 163,348. So in fact, this should be equity IRR. So this should be equity IRR. So as you can see, it's totally different from calculating the project IRR and the equity IRR. So as you can see, there's a clear difference between project IRR and equity IRR. Now as I told you, to calculate the PMT, what you can do is, I have already prepared that schedule. I'll show you. So what you can do is opening balance. So opening balance of the loan amount is 60,000. On that, the interest, when you calculate the interest, 6%, so which will be 3,600. Then the total loan amount outstanding, including the interest, will be 63,600. Then the repayment will be 8,152. The closing balance will be 55,448. Then based on the closing balance, the opening interest will be calculated. So likewise, it will continue until year 10. So at the end of year 10, the amount balance will be 0. So this is based on the schedule. Also you can calculate the repayment amount. So this is how you calculate. So this is the main difference between project IRR and equity IRR. So I hope you found this very useful. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon with another video. Until then, bye for now.